Study about heap sort. Sort the given elements using heap tree under transparent conquer design strategy. In the last video, you already know that what is transparent conquer method and how to construct a heap tree under transparent conquer method. So with the help of that heap tree, now you can also sort the elements. If you sort the elements using heap tree, then you call that one as a heap sort. Okay, let's see how it works. So for example, this is the one given elements 2, 9, 7, 6, 5, 8. These are not in the order. Now you have to arrange these elements in an increasing order. For arranging these elements in an increasing order, you can sort these elements using heap sort. Okay, so now heap sort means what? You are taking the help of the heap tree. You already know that what is heap tree. Heap tree is a binary tree and it is a essentially complete. Essentially complete is nothing but even if it is complete, then also it works. Even if it is partially complete, then also it works. Meaning of that one is like that. And parent key must be greater than the child node. If this two criteria is fulfilled, then you call that one as a heap tree. So now you already know that how to construct a heap tree. After constructing the heap tree with the help of root or max removal method, even you already know that one also, we'll take the help of the heap construction and root and max removal method to sort a given elements here. Let's see how it works. Stage 1, first you have to construct a heap. For constructing the heap, what is the procedure? You take the elements first. So what are the elements now? As it is. From the starting you have to take here. First is the 2. Next is what it is? 9, 7, 5 and 8. So these are the given elements and you know that in the sequence from top to bottom and left to right you insert the elements here. After inserting, next you have to check. This is your first line here. Next you have to check the criteria. What is that criteria? See here, that is the S, it is a heap tree. First condition it is the partially completed is. And now next condition is what it is. Now parent key value must be greater than the child key here, but it is not. If it is not, you already know that how to construct a heap tree. Now here you have to swap these two elements. If I swap, then I'll get the elements like this. So what is your second line comes now? 2, 9, 8, 6, 5, 7. See here, this is the second line here. So now after swapping this two, is it heap tree? No, it is not a heap tree. Next, once again, because this 2 is parent key and this parent key is lesser than the child key 9 and 8. If it is like that, then you have to swap. So among these two, which one you have to select to swap? 9. This is the larger one. You already know that. Okay. So now 2 comes here and 9 goes here. Okay. So this is the next third line. Okay. So now 9 to 8, 6, 5, 7 it is. You are swapped these two elements now. After swapping, this is the elements you got now. So is it now completed? No. Once again here that criteria is not fulfilled. That's why once again you have to interchange the 2 and 6 here. If I interchanged, then I'll get the 6 here and next I'll get the 2 here. So now is it heap tree now? Yes, it is heap tree here. That is the thing. 9, 6, 8, 2, 5, 7. 9, 6, 8, 2, 5, 7. First thing is what? What are the elements are given? Those elements you have to construct in the form of the heap tree. If it is not, you have to swap and you have to get the concept here. So with the help of that, you got the heap tree now. This stage is over. Next is root or source removal method. Delete the maximum element or delete the root element. That procedure you have to follow to sort these elements in stage 2. First are the elements are what? These are the elements 9, 6, 8, 2, 5, 7 here. So now you have to remove the source element. For removing that, what is the first step? You have to take last element as a first element. You have to swap the last node key with the root key. So now 7, last key is the 7 and root key is the 9. If you are interchange, you will get the like this here. After interchanging, what is the next step? Yes, what is the next step? You have to remove this node here. So now if I remove this node, if I remove this one, yes, if assume that this node is already removed here. First you have to remove the node here. After removing that, okay, next you have to check. Now assume that this node is removed. Only these are the elements are available in your this one tree here. Okay, so now after that, after removing that node, you have to check that whether it is a heap tree or not. Is it heap tree? Oh, see, is it heap tree now? One second. Is it heap tree? No, because thing is what it is. 7 is your parent key and 8 is your child key. Now criteria is not fulfilled. Then what is the thing you have to do now? You have to swap this two. If I swap, I'll get the 8 here and 7. That whatever you deleted, no, that deleted only you are represent in the second line. This is earlier it is 7, no, 7, 6, 8, 2, 5 and last element is the 9 here. So this line indicates what it is. This is the last element. I am going to remove this element now. After removing it, next step is what? You have to check whether it is a heap tree or not. So it is not a heap tree, you are swapped. So after swapping, you got the values is what it is, 8, 6, 7, 2, 5 here. Don't consider this node. Assume that this node is already deleted. So now this is your heap tree. After that, once again you have to construct a heap tree. After constructing the heap tree, next remove the root node here. So now remove the root node means what it is. Now root node is what? 8. So if you want to remove this one, you have to interchange this with the your last node. So new last node is what it is? 5 here. If I interchange, I'll get 5 here and 8 here. Okay. So now first you have to interchange. After interchanging, what is the list you got here? 5, 6, 7, 2, 8. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 2, 8. This is your last node and this one you are going to remove now. That's why you are showing that one using this line here. So now after interchanging, next thing is what? You have to remove that one now. Okay. So now once again you have to remove this element, this node. Assume that this node is also deleted now. After deleting, what is the next step now? You have to check whether it is a heap tree or not. How many elements are left now? These are the only elements. Don't consider these two nodes now. So now these are the 5, 6, 7 and 2. Now is it heap tree? Once again it is not a heap tree because your parent key is 5 and your child key is 7. So now parent key is not larger. So that is the thing only you have taken here. 5, 6, 7, 2, 8, 9. But if 5 is the parent key, it is not larger. If it is not larger, you have to interchange. Interchange means what it is? Okay, sorry. 7 comes here and 5 goes here. Okay. After interchanging, now is it heap tree now? Yes, it is heap tree. So first you have to remove the root node. After removing, so remaining elements you check whether it fulfill the heap tree criteria. If it fulfills, then you repeat the procedure. Otherwise, you can go for the further procedure here. Now it is the heap tree. So now it is heap tree now 7, 6, 5, 2, 8, 9. Okay, this is the after swapping this one the things. What is the elements you got now? 7, 6, 5, 2 here. Okay, these two elements assume that you already deleted. After constructing the heap tree, next is what? Once again you have to delete this root node. Okay, for deleting, what is the procedure you have to do now? You have to swap last node and the root node. If I swap, 2 goes there, 7 comes here. So after swapping, what is the next step? So next step is you have to remove this node. Assume that now I remove this one also. Okay, so after removing this node, how many elements are left in the tree? Those elements and criteria you have to check here. So 2 is here, 6, 5 and 7, 8, 9. This is the line 2, 6, 5, 7, 8, 9 here. Okay, now this line indicates that these are the elements you already removed. Okay, these elements you assume that these are the nodes you already removed from the heap tree here. So how many elements are left now? 2, 6, 5 here. 2, 6, 5 if you take, once again you have to check. Now this is your heap tree. Okay, is it hip tree? No, because this parent node is what it is? 2. 2 is lesser than the 6 and 5, but it must be greater. Greater means what you have to take now? 6 comes here, interchanging, okay, and 2 goes here. See the thing? Okay, 6 to 5. 6 to 5. In the next line, this is your next line, 6 to 5, and these are the nodes you already deleted here. So now this is your hip tree here, that hip tree you have generated. After constructing the hip tree, next step is what? You have to remove this root node. For removing this root node, what is the procedure you have to follow now? You have to swap this node with the last node. Which one is your last node? 5 is the last node here. So now you have to swap this to 6 comes here and 5 goes here. After swapping, you have to remove this node also. Yes, I removed this node also. Which node you are removed? That one you have to take here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I removed this element. That one also comes in this part here. So now how much part is left in the hip tree? Only this 2 part. 5 and 2. 5 and 2, is it to fulfill the criteria of the hip tree? Yes, it is greater than 2. Then you leave as it is. If it is not satisfied, then you interchange. Now it is hip tree. Once you construct a hip tree, next is what? You have to delete this root node. 5 you have to delete. How will delete this one? You interchange this with the last node. So now in the hip tree, which one is last node? 2 is the last node here. So 5 comes here and 2 goes here. Okay, that is the thing only you are written here. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now after interchanging, you remove this node also. If I remove, only one element is left, that is the 2. And what are the elements you are deleted? Those elements comes in this part. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Okay. So now see the elements. Is it in increasing order? Yes, it is the sorted order. In this way, you can sort the elements of the hip tree here. Is it clear now how to sort the elements? And someone having the doubt, that is what? As I told, essentially complete means what? Rightmost edge must be missing. Rightmost edge must be missing means what it is? In the hip tree, last one node if it is missing, yes, you can consider as a hip tree here. So this may be this node. Sometimes after removing that, this node may be last node. 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 Okay. Last one node among left and right. Okay. So now in this level, this part. Okay. Earlier if I take this level, this is your right node. If it is missing, then you consider that one as a hip tree. Now for example, assume that this is also not there, but only this two if it is there. Okay, so someone you are having the doubt, that is what? Hip tree means what? Essentially complete means only last node if it is missing, and that to be this part node only if it is missing, then you call that one as a hip tree. It is not like that. Even if this node is there, then you call that one as a complete. Yes, then also it is a hip tree here. Complete is if it is there, then also you'll consider as a hip tree. Any one node if it is missing, right node, then also you'll consider as a hip tree. This node if it is missing, yes, it is hip tree. For example, this node and this node is not there, and that time if this node is also not there. Okay, so now these two nodes if it is not there, then also it is a hip tree. And also here this node if it is missing, now right node is missing here. In the last level, this right node is missing. Yes, for remaining also you will consider as a partially complete tree here. Okay. In the next level, for example, in this one it is over. Assume that only this 3 nodes are there in your this one. Okay. Then if it is this node is also not there, these 2 nodes also you consider. In this level, this node if it is not there, from this 2 nodes also you can consider as a hip tree. Okay, so meaning of this one is what here? So as I told here, any one node if it is missing in the any level, yes, you can consider that one as what here? So that one also you can consider as a hip tree. It's not like that only what? This part only missing is the hip tree. Any one among this one in the every level, one right node if it is missing, yes, you can consider that as a hip tree here. In this way, you can construct a hip tree. Is it clear now? What is hip tree? And how to sort the hip tree with the help of hip construction and the root or max removal. Okay. Same thing is explained in this algorithm. If you read, you will understand. Next, I'll go for the bottom-up hip construction. Bottom-up hip construction, you already know this one. Why use bottom-up hip construction? We'll construct the hip tree on the last node. In the last video, okay, you have written the algorithm using only natural language. Now we'll see the same procedure as a pseudocode here. How the pseudocode works, let's see here. Algorithm hip bottom up as a algorithm name, and H is a array. As I told, hip tree is in the form of what? Array form. Okay, array representation, one dimensional array, and this is your input now. Okay, this is your input, and that array you are represent using what? H here. H is a array, and index value it is started from 1 to n. N is what it is. Assume that here you are having the 6 nodes here. Okay. Next, you have to construct a hip tree. For constructing, first for loop. For loop what it is tells? I equal to n divided by 2 here. So now what is n value? N value it is 6. 6 divided by 2 means what? It I equals becomes 3 now. Next, down to 1. Down to 1 means what it is? Now you are decrementing in the for loop. Okay, you know that you can use in the for loop as a I plus plus and also I minus. I minus means you are decrementing from higher value to up to lower value. Incrementing means what it is? From lower value to higher value. So now you will start with the 3 and we will repeat until it reaches 1 here. 3 to 1. Okay, that's why you are using the word as a down to here. At present, what is I value? I is equal to 3 and k equal to I. K value is what now? I value is 3. That's why k equal to 3 here. And v equal to h of k. K value is 3. H of 3. In third position, what is the value you are having? That is 7 here. So, v equal to 7 now. Next, you take the one variable as a hip and that one is false now. Yes, it is false. Next, I will go to the while loop. Why in the while loop? You are using the condition as a not hip. Not hip means what? It is reverse of the hip variable. For the hip variable, at present you are having the value as what? It is false. Not means it is reverse. So now hip becomes what now? It is true here. And yes, it is true. And one more condition is here. 2 into k. K value is what? It is 3. 2 into 3 means what? 6. 6 is less than or equal to n. N value is what? It is 6 here. So 6 is less than or equal to condition is there. Yes, it is equal. That condition is satisfied. If it is true, then you execute the statement. What it is? J equal to 2 into 4. 2 into k. K value is what? 3. 2 into 3 means what? J value becomes 6 now. Okay. So next is if. Okay. If J is less than N. J value is what? It is 6. And N value is also 6. No, it is not less. No means what? Condition fails. If condition fails, then it comes out of this if statement and it executes this if statement. What does this if statement test? V is greater than or equal to h of j. J value is what now? 6. So what is V value? V value 7. 7 is greater than or equal to h of 6. So in 6th position, what is element? 8. 7, is it greater than or equal to 8? No. It is not. If it is false, then it goes to else part. So in the else part, what you are having? H of k. K value is what it is? 3. H of 3 equal to h of j. J value is what it is? 6. So h of 3 equal to h of 6 here. So now h of 3 equal to h of 6 value is what it is? 8 here. So now it is value is changed. In the third position, new value how to take here. Earlier it is what? In the third position, you are having the element values is 7 and now you have to take what? It has a what? 8 here. Okay, this is the first solution. So after that, you have to make the initialization k value with the new value, that is j. So j value is what? 6. Now k equal to what? K equal to 6 now. After that, these are the statement comes under while loop. So now after changing k value, next you have to go to the while loop. What is that condition? Hip not. Hip not means what is hip value? False it is. So that's why hip equal to true now. And 2 into k. So k value are changed as a 6 here. 2 into 6, 12. Is it 12 is less than or equal to 6? No. Condition fails. If condition fails, then you comes out of this while loop. So alignment, see the alignments, and based on the alignments you decide which are the statements comes under while loop. These are the statements comes under while loop. Condition fails. If condition fails, then it execute the statement. What is the statement? H of k equal to v here. What is k value? K value it is 6. H of 6 value becomes what is 7. V value it is what it is 7 here. So now k value 7. Earlier it is this. Now 7 and 8 are interchanged. Okay. So now after that, once again you have to execute that. This is the statement comes under what? For loop. So now you have to decrement the for loop now. Earlier I is 3. Now if you decrement, I value becomes 2 here. Okay. Next k equal to I. I value is 2 here. And v. V equal to h of k. K is what it is? 2. H of 2. So in 2 position element is 9 here. And you set the hip equal to false. Yes, it is false here. Next you go to the while loop. Hip not true. Not hip. So earlier it is false. Reverse means now it becomes true here. And 2 into k. So k values you are changed as what it is? 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, condition is true. If condition is true, then you execute this statement. What is that? J equal to 2 into k. K value is what now? 2. J equal to 2 into 2 means what? J equal to 4 now. Next condition is J is less than n. J value is 4 and n value is 6. 4 is less than 6. Yes, condition is true. If condition is true, then you check the one more if statement comes in this if. What is that? H of j is less than h of j plus 1. J value is 4. H of 4 is less than h of 5. 4 element is what? 6. So in the fourth position, h of 4 is 6 and h of 5 is 5. 6 is less than 5? No. This condition fails. If condition fails, then it comes out of this if loop and it executes this if statement. What is the statement? V is greater than or equal to h of j. What is V value? 9. 9 is greater than or equal to h of j value. It is 4. 9 is greater than or equal to h of 4. So in fourth position element is what? 6. 9 is greater than or equal to 6. Yes, it is true. Then if this condition is true, then you take hip as a true here. If hip is a true, okay, then you comes out of this condition here. Okay, if statement this condition is over, after that you go and check for the while loop. If while hip is true, not means what? You have to take as a reverse. You already taken as a true here. Now if you want to check as a not means what? Hip become false. If it is false means what? It comes out of this while loop. So next you have to execute the statement. What is the statement? H of k equal to v now. K value is what? K value is 2 and V value is 9. H of 2 equal to 9 here. So now here you have to take as a H of 2 equal to 9 here. So now whenever you execute this statement, you have to go and execute the for loop here because this is the last statement in your for loop here. Decrement I. So earlier I value is what? 2. Now if I decrement, I'll get a I value as a 1 and k equal to 1 and v equal to h of 1. In one position, element is 2. So that's why v equal to 2 and next statement is what? Hip false. Yes, it is false. Now I'll go to the while loop. Not hip. Hip means what? True. And 2 into k. K value is what now? 1. 2 into 1 means what? 2. Less than or equal to n. N value is 6. Yes, 2 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. If condition is true, then you execute this statement. Okay, what are the statement comes in the inside the while loop? Those statements you have to execute now. J equal to 2 into k. K value is what now? 1. 2 into 1, j equal to 2 now. Okay, so next you check this condition. 2 is less than n. S, 2 is less than 6, condition is true. If condition is true, then you have to check for h of j. J value is what now? 2. H of 2 is less than j plus 1 means what? 2 plus 1, it is 3. H of 2 is less than H of 3 here. So in the 2 position, what is the element is there? New element you have to consider now. Okay, 9 and 3, 8. Is it 9 less than 8? No. Condition fails. If condition fails, okay, this condition if it is fails, then you have to come out of this if loop. Next you have to check this statement. Okay, V is greater than or equal to H of J. V value is what now? 2. And J value is what now? 2. H of 2. H of 2 value, new value it is 9. 2 is greater than or equal to 9. Is it? No. If it is no, then you go to the else part. Okay, this condition fails means you have to go to the else part. In the else part, what you are having? H of k equal to H of j. K value it is 1. H of 1 equal to H of 2. So in 2 position element value is what it is? 2 here. And in 1 position element you are not changed. That's why it remains as it is a 2 here. Okay. So now 9 you are assigning to the first position. H of 2 you are assigning to as a value as a H of 1 here. So now H of 1 value becomes what now? 9 here. Okay. And you are changing k equal to 2 here. Now k equal to what? J. J value is what? 2. K equal to 2 now. So now after that you have to go to this while loop. This is the last statement in the while loop and you go and execute this heap now. So what is heap now? It is false only. That's why heap equal to true now. And 2 into k. K value it is 2. 2 into 2 means what? 4. 4 is less than or equal to 6. X condition is true. If condition is true, then you execute the statement. J equal to 2 into k. K value is what it is? 2. 2 into 2, 4. J equal to 4 now. Next, 4 is less than n is 6. 4 is less than 6. S condition is true. If this condition is true, then execute this statement. That is also once again if loop. What is that? H of j is less than H of j plus 1. J value is 4. H of 4 is less than H of 5. So H of 4 value is 6 and H of 5 value is 5. 6 is less than 5. Is it? No. If no condition fails, then it comes out of this if loop. And it executes this statement. This is once again if statement. What is it? V is greater than or equal to j, H of j. J value is 4 here. So now V value is where? Where is that? So V value is 2. Okay. And H of 4 is 6. 2 is it greater than or equal to 6? No. Condition fails. If condition fails, then it executes the statement. What is that? H of k equal to H of j. J value it is 4. H of 2 equal to H of k. 4. So in the 4th position element value is what it is? 6 here. Now you have to change H of 2 as a 6 in the here. Okay. So now this one becomes 6 now. And after changing this one, you have to take k as a j here. J value is what now? It is 4. Okay. K equal to 4 now. So now if you take this statement, now you go to this is the last statement. Once again you check the while not heap is true only S, and 2 into 4. What is 4? K value it is 4. 4 into 2 it is 8. 8 is not less than or equal to 6. Condition fails. If condition fails, then you come here and execute this statement. What is this? H of k equal to V. V value is what now? 2. So k value it is what? 4. H of k equal to what? H of 4 equal to 2 now. Okay. After executing this statement, you will go to the for loop. For loop down to 0. 0 means what it is? It is not possible. It comes out of the for loop also. So this element 5, fifth position element, it remains as it is 5 here. See, this is the your heap tree here. How you have constructed heap tree? This is the procedure. Is it clear now? How actually heap tree works? This is the pseudo code for constructing the heap tree. Thank you.